Welcome back to Twyingame. Today's endeavor is Endless Frontier. I played this game for a few weeks now, and let me show you what I've learned. Endless Frontier does keep playing while you are offline, which is kind of good because then you get extra gold. Just like any other game, it does have the news feature, but this one does have a do not show for a day button. That is definitely something that you should click on. Let's head over onto the gifts. So you see the little tree house in the top right hand corner. Now Endless Frontier is no stranger to gifts. They continuously send you gifts. You continuously log in every day and they will continuously give you gifts. It'll definitely help you boost yourself up every day. They've sent me diamonds. They've sent me honor points. They've sent me vouchers for 5-star characters. First, let's go straight into reviving. As you can see, all my units are max level, and my quests are at really high levels as well, where I'm receiving large amounts of cash for each item. Now, their cash system is actually alphabet based, so A is the lowest. So let's go to the revival. So you would click on units, and then click revive. And then it shows you how much medals that you will be getting once you revive, okay? Now it's going to have a solve a problem answer. That way you don't accidentally revive your characters and then you're like, ah shiz. I didn't mean to do that. We'll see. I'm no good at these number game things. 1, 1, 3, 3. There we go. I say 1 and I still hit 5. But at least 5 was the right answer. Alright, so when you revive, you always revive into a different hero. The different hero will show you the knightage level, the number of revivals that I have done so far, number of gold, percentage of gold, which is now at 1500%, the total amount of medals accumulated, and knight medal buffs. So these will go up every time you revive. I always join the daily battle rankings. Now as you can see that my knights are moving extremely slow now because their levels are back down to 1. As you can also see on the top of the hero to your left, it shows that my top guy is at 1600. That is their permanent level. So they stay at that level when that's what you use medals for. So let's click on him here. If you hold your finger down on the enhance button, you would just click on the enhance. I like to enhance mine by 10s or so. And then the permanent level will be up and ready to go. You'll also see the stars. The stars are for unit trance. And with that, if you can get all those characters, you can upgrade your hero again. It's like evolution. You can also get transcend tickets, and with transcend tickets you don't need to have all the characters to transcend him, which is what I've been using actually. I haven't actually done it with the characters before. So we're going to just quickly jump over to the shop here. With the shop, it has a 2x game speed up to 20 minutes just to view an ad. And most of the time the ads don't even pop up, so don't worry about it. And then there's the view ad again for getting extra gold. I don't click on that till later, even though it resets after so many times. We're just going to jump over to quests first and I'll show you why. So if you see in shop, it shows only 300 gold. Ooh, 300. We're going to click on the thing and we're just going to spam the buttons here. And then we're going to hit auto quests. So we're going to click on all these guys here and go down as far as we can. And then we're just going to spam these buttons here and then we're going to auto quest as many as we can. Which, if you did, you probably don't know this yet, but if you click on these guys here, it will automatically do auto quest for the third one up. So you don't actually have to click on auto quest and waste your gold on it. But it will have the press button if it's not auto questing, so you won't actually get all that free gold from them unless you click on them. So usually as soon as I click on the one that I'm getting for the first time, I'll click press because it'll give me enough usually for the next one below. So as you can see from my units, they're all at level 1, and you can see their attack, power, health, and defense. So I can click on him like this, and just keep on going one by one or hundreds by hundreds, or I can hold my finger down on the button. It'll automatically pop up, so you can just do it that way. Some people like to have even numbers like me. I'm actually kind of anal about it, but you know, just showing you guys in a video, I can let it slide a little bit. Also, you can see as they're battling, you can actually click on the treasure chests in the battle zone where your guys are fighting, and it'll either give you gold or diamonds. Sometimes it'll say to watch the ad. Just click on it. The ad doesn't usually pop up as an actual video. It usually pops up as a, hey, we're selling this item, do you want it? And you click no, and then you're done. So let's jump over to dungeons. So as you can see, today is either a Monday, Thursday, or Saturday. I'm going to let you guess. And then you go into one of them, and you would enter. Now the good thing about the dungeons is, even though it is time sensitive, that if your guys do die or you press the X button to leave, if you didn't complete the battle, it will not say that you actually had entered the dungeon. So I can go into the dungeon, say, since Orc Flower 24 was just a little too strong for my guys, I can go to Orc Flower 23. So the button I'm about to press is actually your special attack button. So pressing this button will give you a special attack. Now, strangely enough, this actually button is not the same for every player, and you can change it up later on in the game. So I usually just stick with the one I have. I'm actually very content with it. It's a multi-purpose attack, so if there was a large number of characters here, if I hit that button, it pretty much zaps all the small guys and kills them off pretty much instantly. I'm just going to let this play through here, and then I will cut to the rewards part. So this is the rewards part. It shows that dungeon is cleared, who did the most damage, and then it shows you what you acquired at the bottom. This is the artifacts area. So with the artifacts, these are the artifacts that I have acquired so far. They're very important for the game. They're used to increase your gold. They are used to make quests shorter. They are used to make it so that the quests actually produce more gold. They are also used to increase the damage for your characters. So you would go to buy artifact, and you would click on the artifact that you want to buy. Let's see if I have enough for this. I don't actually have enough for that one, so I'm not going to click on it, but you could press the change artifact button and it'll show you, I believe, 5 artifacts. It'll be the same for the units, so let's just pop back over to units here. So we go buy units. As you can see, there's 1 unit there. I don't really like spending diamonds, so I just press the refresh button, and then I buy every unit there. And I will show you why. Let's go to battles. In battles, there's the battle arena, which is here. You will click battle. It'll take you to an automatic battle sequence showing your battle against your online opponents. And it'll show you the damage that you've done and such like that. Let's jump into Tower of Trials. As you can see on the top left, it does have a time limit. So within that time limit, as long as you get to as high a level as you can, you will also get rewards for that as well. And then once it resets, you go back down to floor 1, and then you have to keep going on again. So we're going to click on trial on floor 1. Now as you've seen that the units that I had just previously bought, they are going to be all in here. So these are the units, the ones that you aren't currently using to battle in the stages, you will have available to go into the Tower of Trials. So all these ones that are available here are the ones that I can use for this. Now the Tower of Trials does have certain specifications, I would say. So during one trial it will say that you can use certain characters here, but then you can't use certain characters in a different location. So on floor 2, if you see in the blue writing, it says no admission for 5 or 6 star characters. So I was like, alright, yeah, I don't care. And I'll just enter it. I usually get to floor 10 or so, and I kind of have problems there. It's more of a strategy thing, because the first couple of levels, it's just basically you're powerhousing through it. But once you get higher up, it's like you have to use certain archers, or you have to use certain fighters. Now let's go to Outland Battles. Outland Battles also resets, but it also has a longer time. So with the Outland Battles, if we go to trial here, you would have access to pretty much everyone that you're using. Now as you can see, my guy here was only a 1 star up there, because once you level up your character, he's not going to level up in here, so make sure that you refresh your guys, reset them back in, so that they're actually at the level that they're supposed to be at. And here it shows that Orcs attack power down by 10%, and human powers are attack up by 10%. Range units are actually powered down, so you just have to watch which ones you're doing. Unfortunately, in this screen, it doesn't show you which they are, but if you actually jump back to your units, you can see that they are attack, or if they're magic, because the blue, if you see the senior ice spirit, it shows blue and a little wand, that means they're magic. And this one is a sword, so he's like blunt force attack. And you gotta be really careful, because you think it would be obvious of which one they are. But I'll show you a prime example of what, like, it not. You see the senior Haiden Goku. She has a staff, but she's actually a attacker. She's not a mage or anything like that, like far off in the back corner kind of thing. She is a front attacker, which was surprising to me. And there is another character, which is the senior sword dancer, which has 2 swords, but she's actually a mage. Who would have thought it? So sometimes you might need a piece of paper and write down what they are when you're going into these battles to make sure that you are optimizing your battle strategy. Now, even though orcs are down by 10%, since this guy has 2 star levels above, 10% is not going to really matter. Let me just pick a few guys here. I really want to get a human guy in there. This guy looks like an orc, and he's a human, so sometimes I wonder what those game guys were thinking. Alright. Alright, let's go into battle. And as you can see, there's these battle skills here as well. You can also click on them and reset the battle skills, or just go with what you got. I've only created the battle skills once. I have never reset them. I'm good with what I've got. Now, just like most games, the battle skills, they take time to reset, but in their first couple of battles, it's not going to really matter. you're just going to wipe them clean and then head on to the next guys. Now let's jump over to the guild. If you see the top right hand of the screen, there is a little flag up there. You click on that flag and you're in your guild. So you go to guild quests and there is the attendance. It's good to click on that every single time. And then, as you can see, I clicked on Guild Wars, Ongoing Battles. So these are the previous 2 battles. So we lost one and we tied one. You can click on it. And now the interesting part about this is your levels don't really matter. It's really important that you know that. Your level is actually what your hero level is. So mine's 32 if you look at the top left there. So you want to find somebody that's around the same as you. I'm going to go 28 just to make sure that we get a good battle here. I see that these guys don't have any diamonds for their second level kind of thing. I don't think I'm going to need all these extra units, so I'm actually going to take some out. Because once you use them, they're no good for the next battle, and they'll have to recharge. So I'll probably... Actually, I don't want that guy either. I'm just going to send 2... But I'm going to leave the flying ones out for now. Now this video is probably going to get a little wonky because it's either upright or it's sideways. And I can't really control that part, but... There we go. Victory! My guild should be happy for me. And then we will go to guild members. Here is where you can give gifts to people. If you give a gift, you get a gift, so there's no point in not giving them. But don't forget that you can only give 5 gifts, so... And you can't give a gift to someone who's already received one, so at least it's kind of fair that way. And then you go to buildings. The barracks is where you would train your guys, so you can see that all my guys are at 40. 40 is the max. There's nothing I can really do about that. So you can see here I did use some archers, so they are going to have to reset. It's going to take 42.8 seconds per guy, so it's going to take a little while for them to reset. Back up to 40. Now the trainers will actually increase the speeds. Or you can actually automatically train them with the diamonds. My guild isn't very active, so I don't really worry about that too much. Alright, so guild list, or gift list here. So this will show you gifts of people that have sent you gifts. So it's good to usually click on that first, give them the gifts back. Be good like that. This is the guild list. You can't actually talk on a global chat, which is kind of interesting to me. I've noticed that in a couple games now where there's no global chat, there's just guild chat. So you don't even know what you're getting into before you're jumping into a guild. Electing a leader. So if you notice that your leader hasn't been in for the past 4 days, you can actually re-elect somebody else as a leader. Which is a very interesting thing for a game. I've actually never seen that. And I could also leave the guild. Now, we're going to go back to shops here because I did jump into it for a moment. If you click on Time Shop, it's pretty much every unit that you've ever purchased that is not on your main list. And then you have artifacts that you have purchased that are not on your main list anymore for artifacts. Then you have the Prime Shop. Here's where it gets a little interesting. You do get a lot of diamonds in this game, like a lot. You can purchase them, but I find that you're just going to collect them continuously anyways. So you can use them for medal buffs, you can use them to buy dungeon tickets. I don't really worry about dungeon tickets really at all. Medal buffs might be an important thing, upgrading your heroes might be an important thing. but I don't think dungeon tickets to me I don't think that's really important. The time speed, you could spend diamonds on getting it 3 times the time speed as well as 2 times, so you have 5 times the time speed. That's how fast they are going from one side of the screen to the other to attack the thing to go on to the next stage. I'm good with just the 2. When you do close off your game and it does do online or offline mode, it does significantly lower the speed to begin with. And then you have your buying. They love you to purchase things. I'm not going to purchase anything because I'm a game hopper, so there's really no need for me to purchase things. So I'm just going to go to my units here and raise up their levels. Now I'm just going to jump on him and show you something quickly. If you see here, he can only have a max level of 1,500. That would be in the gray area, on the bottom of the gray area. And then if I click on him, because he's only a 1 star, he's 1,400. And if I go on these guys who are not starred at all, 1,300. Now I pretty much... Alright, now let's jump into pets. As you see the little angel in the top right hand corner, we're going to click on that. As you can see, there's the main pets, Mambo, and the revival pets is my H-Raper. You would go to pet list. So these are my pets so far. You would click on them and see what their bonus skills are. So he would retain additional medals. And so for medals, you would want to put him in the revival spot, because revival, that means that the bonus that this pet is going to give you is going to happen during the revival. Now, also on the pets list, you would see Mambo. He's actually a pretty good pet. I think he's amazing. You would get extra gold buff by 300%. I think that's amazing. 300% is an amazing gold buff. You need all the gold you can get to get them through this game here. So that is pretty much it for pets. You have to set one for each. So we go set his main complete, and then set as revival pet, set as revival pet complete. Then let's jump over to achievements here. As you can see, I have some achievements to collect on. You would scroll down. The achievements are not always going to be at the very top. Collect, collect, collect. There we go. And then you would have your unit book, which is the one with the little helmet on it. This is pretty much every unit in the game. This is not every unit that I have. So you could see what they evolve into, what's the best. You can read it up on them, see which one is the best for you, to see how you want to stack your deck kind of thing. And then you see a little book with the sword on it. That is the artifact book. With the artifact book, I think they should have done this actually with the heroes book as well, is because the dark ones are the ones that you don't have yet, and the layer ones are the ones that you do have. So as you can see, I have some pretty good ones. I have some 6s, I have some 5s. I didn't really care for any 2s or 3s or 1s. I tried not to get them except for at the very, 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 very beginning when I started and I was naive kind of thing. Alright, I'm going to show you something with artifacts that I can show you here, but I can't show you with the other one. I'm going to go... There we go. Artifact slot. So you can click on that button right there. As you can see, it wasn't there before because there was already a slot available. So I put one in there to show you that there is a button there once you put one into the spot. You would click that and it would have an additional slot for a character. The same thing is with the units, but once you have a certain amount, that spot will never be there again. I'm pretty sure we went through pretty much everything that I learned throughout the game. Thank you for watching Twyingame. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and tell me what you think. Let me know your opinions on the game from what you saw so far, and if you're going to try it. Also, let me know if there's any ways I can improve my videos. I would appreciate it, and thank you for watching.